And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze on the Metal Experience.
Hola, hola. We just heard some Judas Priest Painkiller, some Motorhead Iron Fist, and some Joe Satriani, Satch Boogie. I am Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle. Across from us we have Rabbi Dave, that guy Bill, and those goofy bastards. Happy birthday, by the way, Dave.
Thanks,
Happy birthday,
guys.
Dave.
And tonight, Dave's birthday show, we have on with us Psycho Sister. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and what you do in the band
And who's missing?
and who's missing.
Oh, okay. I am Dawn. I'm the lead singer of Psycho Sister, and our missing entity is Jerome Allen, the bass player.
All right.
I'm Mark, the guitar player. Yeah.
This is Scott, drummer.
Nice.
We don't give you our last names because we don't want you stalking us.
Oh, no, it's okay. We don't really give our last names either. We've all got our little names. Well, thank you guys
It's
for
okay.
joining
We'll
us.
stalk you anyway.
Okay.
Well, they know what you look like, so. So tell us a little bit about Psycho Sister. How did you guys all meet and become a group?
Okay. I am like married to the guitar player, Mark. So just to give some history, before we had our kids, we had a band that was original, and then we had our kids, and then we decided to put our band back together. And we went out with a band called Punchbox, which was a little more alternative than what we really wanted to be doing. And so we decided to move into a more aggressive, heavy sound with Psycho Sister. And nothing against Punchbox, but that just was a little bit too laid back for what we were wanting to do. And then we found Scott, who's a really, badass drummer. And we went through a couple
Or
bass
he found
players.
us.
Well, actually, one good thing about Facebook is that's how I met Scott. He was always promoting with the band that he was in. And, so it's like one thing I like about Facebook is you do get to know other musicians and, like that. So it kind of opens some doors of meeting new people. And Scott, he clicked with the band. And then we went through a couple bass players trying to find the right fit. And we found Jerome through Craigslist, honestly. And it was like, that was pretty cool. And it just clicked with him, and it's been going great since.
How long have you guys been together? When did you guys decide to reboot?
I think it was
Probably about 2 years, 2 or 3 years.
July of 2012, I think.
Right.
Is when and then Jerome
Yeah.
joined in November,
Right.
because our first show with them was in December.
Right.
Yeah.
So the name Psycho Sister, how did you guys come up with that?
I had nothing.
Well, Dawn has 2 other sisters,
Oh, that explains it.
and we were trying to decide who's actually the psycho sister.
No, that's not really how we came up.
You don't have any Psycho Sisters?
No, yeah, I'm the black sheep, actually. We were trying to find a name that we could build on as far as like a image or a theme, I personally am a really big fan of Alice Cooper. I love his stage show. I love his persona of Alice Cooper. And, since music is so much marketing these days, and you have to have some kind of like image and stuff. So that's kind of what we've been building on. We're not probably where we want to be with that yet, but let's face it, the stages we play are not that big usually, and it's kind of like, how do you really do props and things, on these little stages? But that's kind of, what the idea was behind Psycho Sister. We thought it sounded kind of catchy and,
Yeah, the name just popped up.
Plus,
and,
we're from the Elgin area, which is like right by the mental health center. And so we kind of like built up on that.
There you
thing.
go.
That's right. There's a sign that says "Don't pick up hitchhikers"
That's
over
right.
there.
Well, it's not there anymore. They actually took it down. But yeah, that was there for years.
See, we
and
decided
years.
to pick up Scott.
Right.
Well, for those that do want to call in, it is open up until a little bit after 10 p.m. to give a call. You can win some awesome prizes, 773-657-3341. We do have some CDs to give away that we've collected, as well as stickers and
Shirts
and
anything you can think
pins.
of.
and Psycho Sister
Should
brought
we give
magnets.
this away?
Yes.
You want to give
We
that
have
away?
a Jason vs. Leatherface DVD. Let me tell you, folks, it is terribly good.
But on the back it says it's a terribly great horror film.
Oh, well,
No,
there you
truly
go.
great. I'm sorry.
Truly
Wait,
great.
Jason versus Leatherface.
It's a fan film. I picked it
Yeah,
up.
it's a fan film. He paid too much for.
Really?
terrible.
Okay. I didn't even know they made that movie.
No, it was again fan film.
I saw
Yeah.
Jason versus Freddy.
That
Better movie.
That movie's
Tell you right
way
now.
better. This one, someone made it with
Like in their backyard.
in their backyard. I don't know.
okay.
They've paid a little bit too much money on that
It was
flick.
$10.
$10. It was like $7 too much. But
Yeah.
Is it like Predator versus Alien?
it
No,
was.
it's
It's
a lot
pretty.
worse than
it's-
that.
It's worse than the 70s.
And it
version of
could be
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
yours.
You guys brought a CD with you that is 10 tracks. When was that released?
August of 2013, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a little bit over a year ago. Where did you guys do all your recording at?
Little studio called L&L Recording in Elgin.
Yeah, Larry Chris.
Larry Chris. Great guy. Small studio. It was $20 an hour, so we went with it.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
We got a pretty darn good recording out of it. Our next CD, we're gonna try to maybe step it up a little bit more, but
Yeah.
it was good. We're pretty happy with. We're satisfied with the
Yeah,
recording.
he did a good job. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, he's just a little one-man shop, and you know, he was really into it, and he really probably put a lot of free time in mixing, doing things, and he was really on board with us for the whole project. You know, so
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. We've known Larry a long time too, so
I highly recommend him
he's
too.
yeah, but yeah, we're actually. There's a guy out in Wisconsin, I think it's Cherry Pit Studios, Eric LaBrosse, and that's who we're planning on recording with our next one, because he does a lot of bands that are more heavy, you know, sounding, and I mean,
Yeah.
I think Mind Merchant is one of the bands he just recorded recently, did really good recording with them. He just does really good work, so.
And for that CD, how long did it take you to record it in that studio?
Well,
Probably about a month.
Probably about a
a
month.
month, yeah,
That's not bad at all. For
Several
10 tracks?
Saturdays,
yeah.
maybe
Now
a couple
with-
Sundays.
With the new CD, when you guys plan on recording that bad boy?
Well, that's kind of up in the air because our drummer Scott is going to be having surgery on his shoulder. And he's got, what is it, a torn rotator cuff?
Ooh.
So he's waiting for the workman's comp to approve the surgery, and then it's going to be probably 6 to 8 weeks, I think, off for that, and then he has to start therapy. So we, you know, we're
Unless we pump him with Tylenol.
Drumming's
morphine and
therapy,
adrenaline.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, we had actually planned on starting the recording like this month, but
Yeah,
then he
'cause-
got injured. So
Because right now we're in the middle of writing a bunch of tunes.
yeah, so we're like
And so
halfway
we're just
through
putting
with the
out,
new
we're
songs.
putting things together right now. So
Yeah. And we've been finishing up our shows for the year, and Mike from Convoy, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Convoy, but he's been stepping in to fill in for
Nice.
Scott.
yeah, we
so
have one more show with him
Yeah.
coming up. So he's gonna
December
be filling in
6th.
for
So
us.
yeah, so that's been really nice that, you know, because Mike's a great drummer and he's just a fantastic guy, and we just love all those guys in Convoy. Those guys are awesome.
Very supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're totally about the scene and about supporting other bands, and they're just good people and friends, you know.
So,
So.
two-part question. First part is the show, December 6th. Where is it at?
It's at Cairo Ale House in West Chicago, and it's a really cool venue. And you know what? I don't know if anybody's ever been there, and I know it's out in the burbs, but it's a fantastic venue. The owner,
They have a hookah bar next door too.
it's just
Heyo.
Andrew. He's a young guy. It's family owned bar. He's an artist, you know, and he does like filming and different things, and he's just like so supportive of the whole music scene and the art scene, and it's just, you know, he's really trying to work to develop his bar, and so December 6th, and we're really excited about the bands that are on the bill with us. Black Market Democracy. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them, but they're going to be on the bill with us. Spiderbone, Fierce Atmospheres. So we've done
nice.
a show with
Fierce
Fierce
Atmospheres.
Atmospheres.
They've been on?
Before. Yeah, those guys are great. And so in Spiderbone, you know, we were friends with them. So yeah, we're really excited about the lineup of this show. It's just going to be awesome.
Now, Morgan, quick question. December 6th, what day of the week is that? Go.
Saturday.
Boom. Done. She's like a human calendar. It's crazy. My second question was the new CD. How many tracks you guys plan on having on that guy?
Probably at least 6. it could turn into like maybe 8. And what we're really excited about with this next CD is that it's kind of going to have a theme to it. And I really like horror fiction. And I read a book. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I read a really good book by an author that I really like, and it has inspired a lot of lyrics of the songs that we're doing. And I was like, okay, I want to name the CD after this one place in one of the books and kind of have a theme of it. And I got his permission for it. So it's really
Nice.
going to be exciting when we release this.
So,
We're going to be able to do a dedication and everything.
so you can't tell us where it's going. All
I don't want to. I don't
Yeah,
want
it's
to
too
ruin the
early.
surprise of it.
Now, the new CD or the CD that you guys brought tonight, you said it's 10 tracks, and what's the name of that guy?
It's called Shiver.
Now, let's play a couple tracks here to get it going, because we got a ton of tracks we're going to be playing tonight. What would you like to open up with?
Carnage.
Carnage.
Yeah, we open up the CD with that, and we like to think it's one that kind of reaches out and grabs you and pulls you in, hopefully.
Nice. Well, let's do, what track is that, Dave? You got that? Track number 1. Here we go. Let's hear some Psycho Sister, Carnage.
I feel the champagne burning down my back. The hands of a faithful friend, source of the attack. I see the carnage like trash overflows.
back to the metal experience.
Did you say hookers and blow?
No, I said the metal experience.
That's not nearly as good.
Got it.
Woo! And we just heard some Psycho Sister. That was Carnage. I knew it. I just didn't want to say it and be wrong. Damn it. Should have wrote it down. I have a pen in my
How
pocket.
embarrassing.
I almost forgot the name of it.
I forgot the words.
Now, was that song in particular about something like that inspired you?
You know, it's kind of weird when I do lyrics. Sometimes it's a theme, and other times it's just a series of images that I have that I put together and kind of try to tie in. You know, it's probably just kind of a commentary on people in general and the way people are. People are a lot colder than they used to be. It's, you know, just if you look around, there's carnage everywhere from people hurting each other. You know, that's kind of, I guess, the theme of that song.
Now, do you get your inspiration from, as one songwriter to another, or writing lyrics-wise, do you get your inspiration on the aggressiveness of the song? I feel like whenever I'm trying to write something, if the music is more aggressive, I want to write more aggressive lyrics. If it's a little softer, you kind of tone it back some and write, I don't know, is that just me, or
Well,
is it...
I don't know. Psychedelic drugs help a lot. They're just kidding.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I know what you're saying. The aggressiveness, yeah, because I mean, like Carnage, for example, was a riff that he had come up with, and then he started running it past Scott, and they were jamming it in the basement, and you know, it just kind of, yeah. And I'm always about like trying to find words that have a lot of impact.
I think
you know,
the groove, I think
like
the groove
Carnage,
affects
you know.
the lyrics.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes, speaking of like something a little softer, sometimes I like to do, like Skeleton, for example, is about, like, if you were a serial killer, what would your mind be thinking like? And it's just kind of has some softer parts to it, but I kind of like to go the creepy edge when it's almost like, oh,
Suspenseful.
it's soft, you
Right.
know? But it's, yeah.
Is it weird that when you said serial killer, I immediately started smiling? Someone dies. Even though it's, you know,
Creepy.
that's brutal.
And
Like-minded.
if you like writing about serial killers, have you ever read the book The Last Victim?
No.
You should check it out. It is about this guy that starts writing to like Gacy and Dahmer and their responses.
heard of this
And it's
book,
so
yeah.
creepy because like the stuff that these guys trust in him to actually be writing back and forth is just, the details are disgusting.
Yeah.
Wow.
All these confessions and everything, and he builds relationships and even goes and visits a couple of them, and it's like, okay, you're getting weird.
That is creepy.
It is.
I think what it is with me is that I'm very fascinated with the human psychology. And it's not that I like what they do, but I think to myself, what makes them this way? You know, is it just in them from the moment they're born? You know, I don't know how much exposure you've ever had around little kids, but, you know, I've been around a lot of little kids and watched them grow up in different things in different situations. And there are some children that just seem to have something about them that isn't really too nice, you know? And then there's other,
That kid's gonna be a serial killer.
well, I
Pulling wings off of a fly.
well, yeah, things like that. I remember a kid when I was in grade school would pull the wings off of the fly and then pour Elmer's glue on them. You know, I mean, you don't think about
a new
it.
one.
You don't think about it when you're a little kid. You're like, oh, gross, you know. But you grow up and you start thinking back on this stuff, and you think to yourself, why did he like to do that? You know, I mean, it's kind of weird, really. Like, why would that give you pleasure? You know, why would you find that funny? So,
I used to
mean-
chop worms up against my
Well-
playhouse.
Used to do
No, no, they I didn't know why they kept moving. They have 9 hearts. I didn't know that.
Throw them against.
No,
But-
I used to chop them up.
But
into
how
pieces.
old were you when you did that?
4.
It was yesterday.
So
Yeah,
you-
it was
Yeah,
last
it was
week.
yesterday. I found him
Right.
on the.
But you were still young enough to not understand.
Yeah.
You know, but when you're talking a kid who's like in 4th, 5th grade doing that, you know, it's
How are you
kinda
catching
like,
flies?
So.
Wax paper, not wax.
We call him the flycatcher. He
With-
catches
yeah,
him with his
chopsticks.
hands.
With my tongue.
Mr. Miyagi over here. Fourth grade Mr. Miyagi.
I'm thinking if you hang the fly strips, if you catch them early enough, you could pull the wings off them if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
phones.
true.
Well, this
phones
is
are-
taking a very
Yeah.
odd turn. Talking about catching flies with.
Yeah, you got a gross, disgusting story to share? 773-657-3341. Win some cool prizes. And if you're not able to call in, you can still catch us at the exit where we're DJing on Sunday.
This Sunday,
Unsigned and signed bands will
I have
be
plans
DJing.
this Sunday.
Yeah, we're DJing the exit. And you can get some free stuff from us there.
That's awesome.
Now, you said you had 2 kids, and that made you
Yeah.
guys put that on hold.
Yes,
what do they
I
think
did.
of you guys being a band? Do they come to your shows?
They think it's cool. I mean, they've been to a couple of our shows when it's all ages, and yeah, they're totally into it. They're musical themselves, and you know, but you know what? It's funny because they've just grown up around it. You know, because even though we weren't out playing in a band, we still, you know, he would always play his guitar, and I like to sing and stuff. And, you know, we always encourage them to pursue if they had any musical, you know, like my daughter, she sings and she plays drums. And my son is a little shredder, you know, on the guitar. And he's a good singer. You know, so it's like they just grew up where there was a PA in the house and there were all kinds of instruments. Like when we were growing up, it was like, oh, man, we got to wait. How are we going to get a PA? They're
We
so
got to go
expensive
outside and catch flies and rip their wings off.
you know, how many wings does it take to buy a PA system, you know? But it's like, yeah, so they just kind of took it for granted, sort of, you know, because it was just always there, you know. My son, before he went up to college, was in a band for a little while. We Destroyed the Sun, I think it was called. And
Yeah.
they played like Penny Road Pub and, you know, some
Nice.
all
These
ages
guys are like little
venues.
shredders.
Yeah, they like the progressive metal.
They do stuff in
Nice.
harmony, and it's like phenomenal.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool, you know, when you see your offspring pursuing music, but again, it's like, you know, they don't get like, oh, mom and dad are, you know, it's like, oh, mom and dad are in a band, you know, they're off playing again, you know, it's just like second
Right.
nature, yeah.
Scott, do you have kids that are taking after you?
No.
No?
Well, let's go ahead and play another track off the CD. What's the next track you guys want to play?
Skeleton.
Skeleton.
Yeah, we just got done talking about that creepy,
Yeah.
creepy stuff.
I want to
This
hear
is
it.
a song about the
You got it, Dave?
mind of a serial.
I love you, Dave. Let's do it.
I hear the moon, it calls my name as I pull back the curtain. It tells me things to ease the pain because my mind is hurting. I feel the pressure building me because my soul is aging. I don't know why there's no relief until I see them bleeding. There's a skeleton in my closet. There's a skeleton in my closet. I feel the moon, it pulls at me. I can't resist its magnet. I have to hunt, I have to see, because the blade is stagnant. I feel the pressure building me, because my soul is legion. I don't know why, there's no relief until I see them bleeding. There's a skeleton in my closet. There's a skeleton in my closet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All the edges are dry through me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The excitement pulses through me. my mind is hurting. I feel the pressure building me because my soul is needing. I don't know why there's no relief until I see them bleeding. There's a skeleton in my closet. There's a skeleton in my closet. There's a skeleton in my closet. There's a skeleton in my closet.
This is not rock and roll!
Goddamn right. This is the Metal Experience, and now back to Morgan and Luco.
We're back. I'm Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, Rabbi Dave. Happy birthday! That guy Bill, and we're here with Psycho Sister, and we just heard Skeleton. And
Skeleton or skeletons?
Skeleton.
All right, singular.
Skeleton.
Skeleton.
Skeleton. Skeletor.
What was your favorite track that you guys have off of this CD?
My favorite track, I'm trying to think of all the songs. I think Skeleton's probably my favorite. Yeah. What about you?
I like Carnage, but then I also like Dreams of Fortune too.
I think mine would have to be Away
Away's good.
and Skeleton. I like those two.
Yeah.
Now, growing up, besides Judas Priest, Motorhead, and Joe Satriani, or including them, what were you guys' biggest influences to join the metal?
Oh man, UFO.
Iron Maiden,
Yeah.
Dokken,
Scorpions.
Led Zeppelin. You know, it's just-
See, they're more like, grew up on more of the metal. I was more like Led Zeppelin, Pretenders, Cream. You know, I loved psychedelics.
Nothing wrong with any of those.
And, you know, I loved The Cure. For you know, I was really into, like, Susie and the Banshees and the Gothic stuff and The Jam, you know. I mean, Blondie, you know. The Clash, you know.
Yeah,
a lot
The
of
Clash.
that kind of stuff.
XTC. You know, I liked a lot of
Because
alternative stuff too.
The
you know.
80s were so cool,
Replacements.
honestly, you know. Yeah.
You know, Paul
Paul
Westerberg is one of my.
Westerberg.
He's actually a big influence on me.
I love Mountain, you know. I love like that. That's probably one of the reasons I like Convoy so much. It's swamp rock. I like that, like, you know, southern rock too. You know, I like that heavy, like that. So there's just, I never limited myself to, I'm just gonna listen to metal or I'm just gonna listen to this. You know, I mean, if I liked a song or an artist, I just would buy their album, listen to it. See, this is what's different, I think, in today's climate is that when we were younger, we would buy albums or CDs and we would listen to the whole work of the artist. Now it's like people just get a song on their iPod, you know. They don't listen to the whole thing. They just download a song that they like. And, you know, I think it's so cool to just get into the whole work of the artist. And just, you know, the more you listen to it, it's not just the hit song, but it's like the other songs that they did, which are really good.
That's what I like too. Get the whole. I like getting the CD. I don't like buying it digitally because then it's just the music, and it's
Right.
like, well, that's kind of boring. I want to look at the CD. I want to look at the
Yeah.
artwork. I want to see what the band looks like.
Right.
Sure.
You know.
Exactly.
I always like get the CD and read the thank yous.
Yeah.
I don't know why
That's
it was
cool.
just
I
like
do too. I like
liked seeing like where they came from and just seeing, you know, like some
Yeah.
people don't do it, which I don't get, but you know, the thank yous, it really, I don't know, it says something about personality
I
to
think
be
so,
like, okay,
yeah.
these are all the people that
So
have
at the
influenced
bottom, it
them.
will be like booze.
Yeah, right. Well, some of them are ridiculous, but some of them are just really sincere, and you know
Yeah.
that they're doing it because they love it.
Right.
And there's this many people that supported them, and then it's awesome to see like the other bands that they think and who they've toured with and stuff.
Yeah. I think that, nowadays you have to do it because you love it. I mean, the whole scene of the industry has changed, and it's like, how do you make money in this industry?
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
gotten harder and harder.
I mean, so if you don't love making music, and
There's a
I
lot
mean,
of electronic and there's
I
a lot
think-
of dubstep now, and
Not so much that.
Well,
DJs too.
I think the artist has become devalued, sort of, in a way. It's like, I think people take it for granted, and they can get this stuff online, and they can get it so easily, and it's almost like kind of cheapened it in a way. It's like, okay, you've got YouTube, you've got iTunes, you've got anybody can put anything out there.
Yeah, it's very accessible.
And yeah, and it doesn't. There's no like screening process of who can put out what, and so you have this. You're glutted with so many choices, and so much of it is just not that good. How do you find the really good stuff? Because anybody can go in a home studio and put something on YouTube, and it just like muddies up the playing field. For the more serious artists that are putting blood, sweat, and tears and money into their art,
Right,
and it's like, and now record companies aren't even like backing artists. It's like, okay, when you guys get yourself to the point where you're making money and you're profitable, we'll step in and make some money off of you. It's like, okay.
You know what I always liked about when you buying the actual CD or the album or the record or whatever is when you actually find it. Whereas like on the internet you can just illegally download it and boom, you got it. But it's like when you walk in there, you're like, nice Sepultura, schizophrenia. You know how hard this is to find buying it.
yeah, right.
You know,
Right, yeah.
like that stuff. Oh, my CD collection is.
There's a picture of it on Instagram for those that want to see how many.
Yeah, which I was
CDs
like,
we
Morgan,
go.
don't show people what I have.
There's not actually album titles. It's just
I don't want
holy
people
crap,
knowing
you
my
have a lot.
stuff. Don't look at my CD collection. It's mine.
It's impressive. That's what I'm showing.
we did we actually did a show in Pittsburgh, and we went to this old
yeah,
used
right.
record store,
Right.
and the place was huge, and they had all kinds of stuff in there,
Yeah.
like stuff that it's hard to get.
Well,
Remember that?
this guy told us the metal scene in Pittsburgh is like a really like good united scene, and he said that there's a radio place out there. I can't remember the name of it, but there's a radio station that will actually press like 145s of a band's
Nice.
song and like give them away.
That's
And-
sweet.
In
Yeah.
vinyl.
Yeah, they're in,
And it's like
vinyl.
the vinyl,
It's
right?
all- it's
And the
all vinyl.
scene out there is just really great for metal. Like, I don't know if it's more underground or what, but it was really cool out there.
Yeah, it is.
And it was like the whole street was just like ma pa shops. You didn't have like, I mean, I think that there was some mall areas further out, but you just walk down the street and there's like, you walk in it was like really cool. You walk in one shop and there's like, they're selling incense, they're selling, handmade jewelry and different things. And it was just really, really nice to see small shop owners that interacted with you and they made their own stuff. It was cool.
This was in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Now, you guys played a show out in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a mini
toured
tour.
little bit.
Where did this consist of? Where'd the tour go? Besides Pittsburgh?
It
We
started
did-
in
Oh.
Indianapolis, Indiana,
In Ohio
Ohio.
and Indiana
What's
and
that?
Chicago.
Went back down
we
We
to-
went to Indiana, then we went to Ohio,
Ohio.
and then we went to Pittsburgh, and then we went back to Chicago.
Chicago,
Yeah,
Yeah, we played at the Underground Lounge.
yeah. That
You guys-
was the wrap up.
Tagging everywhere you go, throwing a sticker on?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
that's
We
the fun
walked
of
off-
it.
we-
Many a
we don't-
bathroom with Psycho Sister in there.
We actually played a place called Ruby Tuesdays, and there's a really
Like
great.
the restaurant.
The restaurant?
It was
It's
a bar.
bar.
Like the restaurant, like the Rolling Stones song, actually, right on the campus area of Ohio State. Was that where it
Yeah.
was?
Yeah.
It was like, so we were like walking all up and down the streets, putting stickers everywhere, talking to the kids out there, handing out stuff. It was really, really cool. There's a really good guy out there, Steven from Juggernaut Productions, that has booked us out that way, and he's a real total supporter of the scene, you know, which is, you know, another thing. Hopefully, once Scott is back on his feet, you know, he's waiting for us to be ready to go so he can book us out there some more. And we've made some connections with some other bands out in the area. I can't, like Mike and, you know, Chelsea and a couple cool people we met.
Well, we have friends out in Pittsburgh too. A band called Subsonic out there.
Yeah, Ron Marks.
Ron
from,
Marks.
Celtic Frost.
Yeah.
And Peter and
Sean.
Sean.
Yep. So we can, if we ever want to go back out there, I'm sure we can play a ton of shows out there.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Now, what was cool? Just recently, we went to a show, and it had. We went to Seattle this last August, and we went to we hit up all the local record shops, just like you guys were doing, throwing stickers. And every time I go out of state, it's like my thing. I have to buy a Cannibal Corpse CD that I don't own yet, so I had to buy. I bought a couple of Cannibal Corpse CDs out there, but. We went to this place. What was it? Easy Street Records?
Easy Street Records, yeah.
And it was cool because we saw a touring band with their gear and it had an Easy Street Records sticker
It was at Mojo's.
on Mojo's, but it was from one of the touring bands.
Wow.
Had an Easy
That's
Street
cool. Yeah.
It
sticker
was-
on their
had to
stuff.
be
It was
Power
pretty
Man,
cool.
because I saw it when Power Man 5000 was on.
Well, it might have been Power Man 5000, but it's still cool because it's like, I've been there.
They're from California,
cool.
aren't they?
Yeah. That is. That's
I have
cool.
no idea. Well, I
Dave.
think it's about that time. I think, Dave, you know what to do. Give us kisses.
Could I speak to the drug dealer of the house, please?
Let's hear it from the soundboard.
Okay.
What do you got for us, Dave?
I'm turning 24 in a few days.
Oh boy.
Happy birthday.
I feel old.
Don't feel old.
Why not?
You'll feel old when you turn 25. When I turn.
I already turned.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I'll let you know how
guys are
it feels
goofy.
in 3 months.
I feel like I'm 20. I feel like I'm 25.
Oh, dear
Me
God.
too.
I'm 20, going on 24. Feel like I'm going on 25. You old ass man.
Exactly. At
over the
least I'm not graying like you.
Let's
jeez.
not talk about that. What do you got for us, Dave?
All right. Agnostic Front is going to enter the studio and record a new album, and they're going on tour.
Nice. What else?
All right. The Cherry premiere farewell documentary called Forget Not. And the member
Sure, it's
band-
who we saw, right? They
Yep,
were very
they're
good.
breaking up, and that they released a documentary and all that noise. And no one
Their-
cares, right?
Their bassist jumped from the balcony
Yeah, it
with
was
his
crazy.
bass
At the
while
rave.
playing at the
Nice.
rave. It was sweet.
It was scary. One wrong move, you hit some kid in the face.
Oh, he probably
Oops.
did. He probably hit multiple
Probably.
kids in the face, but
Yeah.
it was pretty sweet. 'Cause
Uh,
it wasn't me.
Stick to Your Guns announced 2015 North American tour
Nice.
with the Amity Affection in Heart's Wake.
Amityville Affliction.
Amity Affliction.
Amity
Yeah. Amity
Affliction.
it.
in Heart's Wake and a few other bands. They're going to be coming to Chicago February 17th at the Bottom Lounge.
That's a Tuesday we can't go.
I'm not saying to go. I'm just letting people know
That's
To
my
go,
birthday.
so they can go. What else you got, Goof?
at the Bottom Lounge. So yeah, or unless you want to catch them in Detroit at the Magic Stick the next day.
Magic
The old magic stick. What do y'all know about the magic stick?
This is a fucked up tour. They're starting in Sacramento, then going to Utah, then Denver, and then all the way to Chicago, and then Michigan. Like no stops in between. Just
Well, maybe they couldn't find anything in between.
it's 2 days. They got 2 days to get from Denver to Chicago.
It's an
Well.
18-hour drive.
It's doable.
It sounds like a pain in the ass.
Well,
Might be, but it's doable. What else you got?
Extremist, that AFI hardcore side project.
oh my God.
Streamed some new
they're
songs.
Good. I like them.
Yeah.
The new one I had pulled up is called Humanity.
I like them.
Playing us a quick snippet.
Yep.
Well, what else you got? Like, skip through it a little bit. This just sounds like noises. I feel as if you played a song before us earlier.
We did.
And it was way better than this.
It was.
Probably it's all the same album.
Well, all right then. What else you got, Dave?
I mean it's okay. It's not my forte.
It's very weird.
Keith Morris, former lead singer of Black Flag and Circle Jerks, Midget Handjob. That's his. I believe it's a jazz fusion project called Midget Handjob.
It's his bread and butter.
Midget hand job.
What about him?
He's going to release an autobiography called My Damaged 40 Years on the Front Lines of Punk in the fall of 2016. Oh, yeah, and we got Pop Rocks.
Well, don't eat them yet. What else you got?
I want to eat them now. so I
Dave
can...
did that once. He was like, "Oh yeah," and then he just took like a pile of chips and put them in his mouth. Like, Dave, you were in the middle of telling us something.
I know this is going on the end of the legs of the tour here, but I believe Beartooth is still looking to play house shows.
Really?
I'm not entirely sure.
That's kind of funny.
It's an older
We've
article.
seen your house.
Dave.
You've got plenty of room.
Let's go. Let's invite them for a house show at your place.
Yeah.
They're not coming anywhere near.
Tell your mom.
Illinois.
Well, because
Tell
you
your-
haven't booked them yet at your house.
No, I mean like the closest they're coming is like in Plymouth, Michigan, and that's
Hey, that's
well, they'll
close
be,
enough.
They'll be coming
Or
back.
Milwaukee.
They're playing with Silverstein.
that's close enough.
On their tour.
Dave, let's
Like,
invite him over to
I'd
your house.
rather not have Beartooth play in my
So
house.
we're at Dave's house, and it's like 9:30,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, a marching band is playing in front of
with
the
a
next door
tuba.
neighbor's house.
With a tuba.
Like, what is going on? It's 9:30. It's like negative
And
47
they're
degrees outside.
Literally just playing as loud as they can.
For like
and there's
15,
people looking out the
20
windows.
minutes. It was very, very strange. And Dave's like, yeah, at least they're not shooting guns, so it's all good.
Is this a
All right,
normal
that's how
thing in
you
your
do it.
neighborhood?
What else you got, Dave, besides you
Pop
Pop
Rocks?
Rocks, you goof?
Oh my god.
They're good. I can't even take myself seriously. The lineup has been announced for next year's 6 rounds of Punk Festival, featuring bands like Dead Kennedys, Misfits, Vandals, Strung Out, Dickies, and Guttermouth.
Is it coming to Chicago?
I don't know where the let's see. It says
Concentrate, Pop Rocks.
exactly. That was a bad idea.
We tried to tell you.
Excellent pop, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You're lucky that it's your birthday show and you can get away
That's
with
why I'm
it.
getting away with this.
Pop Rocks. What else
It's,
you got?
it's only going to be in California, unfortunately.
Well,
There is the Hellfest. If you,
Swallow down,
well,
babe.
for any of our listeners way overseas in France, there's going to be the Hellfest going on with bands like Slipknot, Scorpions, Faith No More, Judas Priest, ZZ Top, Slash, and his Snake Pit, Motorhead, Alice Cooper, Korn, Limp Bizkit for some reason, Nightwish, Manson, Airborne.
that sounds like a
awesome.
sweet lineup.
That's the third day, I'm assuming. Venom, Children of Bodom, Meshuggah, Arch Enemy.
Sugar.
The first night's going to be Body Count, Rise Against, Dead Kennedys, Envies, Biohazard, and No Effects. They're
What?
headlining the first night.
Why
Road trip, guys?
Yeah, you want a road trip across the ocean?
We can hop
to
on
France.
we can take the car on a boat and
Take a ferry. We'll take a ferry all the way there.
a really
One
long
day,
ferry.
we're gonna go on that metal cruise.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. Yeah, fuck yeah.
The first night
Really?
looks like a really
Yeah.
good night because it's got like
All those
Mad,
nights sounded pretty awesome.
Madball, High on Fire,
Ew.
Off.
Off.
Fire's
There's a band
terrible.
called Off.
Yeah. OFF apostrophe.
Apostrophe, no, OFF exclamation point.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Wait, I thought there was Black Flag.
It looks like
It is kind of Black Flag, just
bug
not
spray.
Black Flag.
Off reminds me of bug spray.
And Black
It is.
Flag is a roach spray.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Yeah.
But yeah, that first night's headlining acts is a really weird mix. It's No Effects, Biohazard, Envy, Kennedys, Rise Against, and then Body Count.
You gotta do it.
Ew.
You gotta they're making their money.
And then the last night is, like I said, it's Airborne, Manson, Nightwish, Slim Bizkit, Korn. The last night,
making a comeback.
Anthrax is going to be there. In Flames, Five Finger Death Punch,
Yes.
Killing Joke, Lamb of God.
Killing Joke.
Yep,
Nice. What else you got, Dave?
That's the best lineup right there.
the final night. Mm-hmm. It's going to be
What
a long
else you got
fucking day.
besides
Add
this
that
tour
with
that
Meshuggah
we're not
and
going to be able to
Arch
see?
Enemy
Damn
and-
you! Just keep taunting us with.
For people over in California, you
There we
can
go.
spend New Year's Eve with Social Distortion at the Fox Theater in Pomona.
That's awesome. I'm not in California.
Sponsored by, which I thought was a record company that went under, Golden Voice and K-Rock.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
So you actually have local, companies endorsing a good tour, or at least a good show. So I haven't heard anything. Have you heard of these Korean baby metal imposters? That's a thing too.
Yes.
Have you guys heard
and
of
they're
Baby
weird.
Metal?
And by the way,
Baby
baby metal shirts are now being sold at Hot Topic, and
Oh
I'm
my
going to
goodness.
die if I don't get one.
Wait, they have them in Hot Topic now.
They have them in Hot Topic now.
What
it
do
was
the?
posted online today.
I didn't see that. What do they look like? I gotta know. Are they like
Look
the
it up
Fox?
on
like
HotTopic.com.
skull and crossbones,
Yeah,
it
they're
just
skull
says
and
Baby
crossbones.
Metal.
I
yeah.
kind of. I was hoping for like the Fox or like when they're
Baby
throwing
metal.
out the bunny horns.
No.
The bunny horns?
Yeah, when they.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, you guys are weird.
Little girls.
Anything else, Dave?
Well, I
He
mean,
wants to show you the Korean baby metal and
well, I was that, and I was gonna ask, like, have you?
They're different. Yes, I posted it.
Yeah, I didn't actually. I'm like,
They wear animal masks. The rest of the band does, and they sound nothing like baby metal. I don't know. They're older than Baby Metal.
I don't know. I can't get
I
into
don't
it.
know.
Like,
They're not as heavy as Baby Metal.
If this keeps playing, my nose will start bleeding.
Kind of reminds me of Castlevania.
Yeah.
So I can see more of like a symphonic rock.
I hear it. Baby Metal is pretty sweet.
yeah, I mean, it is kind of an unfair comparison to Baby Metal because
No, it's just not even close to Baby Metal.
Oh my goodness. Well, why don't we play some more Psycho Sister?
I was gonna show him Baby Metal.
Yes.
You gotta skip
Do
through
you
it a
know
little
who
bit.
Baby Metal is? Oh, well. Dave, you gotta video this.
All right, I'll need to drag this
cool.
over there.
Just wait.
1, 2. That's
Just
it.
wait. The two girls on the end, they're 14. The girl in the middle is 15.
16.
16 now, yeah.
So they play crazy jamming music,
And
and,
they-
it's like little choreographed pop music.
And in the middle
Correction,
of
they
their-
don't write the music. The
Yeah.
band in the back does. They don't even write the lyrics.
Well, that sounds about right.
They didn't even know about metal. I shit you not. They never knew about metal.
It's very weird.
Yeah. In the middle of some of their songs, it's weird because they'll go into like pop riffs
Is it
or
Japanese?
rap. Yeah.
The first time we played this, I was like, turn this off, I hate it. And then the second time we played, I was like, play it again, I can't stop. It's in my head.
What's that phrase? Oh, Japan.
Oh, Japan. Well, let's play another Psycho Sisters song. Dave, did you have anything else?
A few more things.
Oh, my goodness. What else you got? We're running out of time
all right.
over here.
Sean, I can't pronounce it. Rennet leaves the Death to All tour and replaced by Glenn Hogan.
Gene Hoglan?
Yeah,
What?
Hoagland. Sorry.
What tour was
Gene
this?
Hoglan?
Death to All with Death, Obituary, Massacre.
I think that show was
My
going
brother
on
is out there right now.
Yeah,
right now.
What happened?
Sean was replaced by Gene Hoagland.
So the drummer was replaced.
Yep.
By the god of all drummers, Gene Hoglan.
Okay.
Anything else, Dave?
There's an official statement why he had to drop off.
Yep. So you can read that on Metal Sucks. It is the headline is, Sean replaced by Gene Hoglan. So you can check that out.
That's probably an upgrade.
Which
Gene Hoglan is-
playing is our friends right now at Rivers and Nile, playing the Metro right now. Woo.
And System of the Down is announcing an arena tour commemorating the 100th anniversary of American genocide.
Armenian.
Armenian genocide. Sorry, I
American-
can't read.
Armenian.
Those guys.
Yeah,
They're not coming to the States.
No, they're only
playing
playing Europe.
California.
Those knuckleheads.
There's a California date.
I'm not seeing a California date. I have UK, Germany, France, Belgium, Netherlands, Russia.
Oh, it's all overseas?
and Armenia. Yeah.
Well,
Sucks,
all right
'cause I
then.
love them.
Anything else, Dave?
Let's see. Black Dahlia Murder streaming Black Dahlia Friday release called Grind 'Em All.
Grind them all.
Ann?
Well, I don't know if you want to check it out or not.
Oh,
It's up to you.
anything else, Dave? Happy
That's
birthday.
it. That's,
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yay.
Yay! Well, let's do because we still have a band in here that Dave's been
Oh,
going
yeah.
on about half an hour over here. We still have
tracks.
Psycho Sister here. Let's do a twofer. What's the next 2 tracks you guys want to?
Dreams of Fortune and something else.
I've got Away and Dysfunction.
Dysfunctional freak.
Okay.
Yep.
Those are cool.
Yep.
So we're doing Away and Dysfunctional Freak.
Yeah.
Let's do it, Psycho Sister.
I never saw this coming for you, but what's done is done. Well, what's done is done, and there's nothing I can do. I'm crawling up from the floor. just your speech? Whose confidence have you gone and breached? Dysfunctional freak. Dysfunctional freak. I see the cats down in the circle. As they rip the flesh. What you doing on the telephone? Spreading rumors, cutting to the bone. What you saying in their little ears? Regurgitating all your inner fears. Dysfunctional freak. Dysfunctional freak.
You're listening to the Metal Experience.
We've assembled a collection of bands who have drummers.
I do magic.
Oh, it's easy if you try, Dick. Now sit back and listen.
We just heard some more Psycho Sister. What were those two tracks we just heard?
Away and
Dysfunctional freak.
Woo! What were those two bad boys about?
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I feel like I'm answering all the questions.
Dysfunctional freak. She looked right at you, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, dysfunctional freak.
Away is kind of, again, sometimes, like I said, the songs are like snippets of thoughts and things that have happened, and that one's kind of about suicide, and the loss of people that suddenly they're gone from your life, and it's like you don't know why. And Dysfunctional Freak is kind of about,
it's about somebody we used to know.
It's kind of based on people that take pleasure in vicious gossip.
Right.
Because to me, if you take pleasure in, talking about other people and destructive gossip, you're a dysfunctional freak, because it's not normal behavior to me.
It is not. We've met some people like that. We just don't, talk
affiliate
to them. Yeah. They're just like,
So write songs about them.
watch out for that guy. They're kind of weird. Or, he's kind of weird. She's kind of weird. Whew. Man, we meet a lot of really cool people, and we meet some crazy people too. Doing the show for quite a while, and just in the metal scene. Sometimes it's some strange people listening to metal music. It's like
We've played a few metal shows, and yeah, I know what you're talking about. But you said you write lyrics too, so you know that sometimes everything in your life you can draw from it, on some level.
I don't know. I write kind of
That's
weird,
pretty deep.
Weird stuff. I don't know.
I'm not trying to be deep. I mean, it's just
That's
that's
deep,
what it
man.
is, You just. Oh, don't get him started. He's stupidly happy.
You dysfunctional freak.
We were listening to, what was that band?
XTC.
Some XTC. He's got this some friend of his that he worked with gave him this like whole itinerary of all these songs on the iPad, and we're like flipping through. So.
Alrighty then.
Well, all right.
Okay, well, that's because he's off work tomorrow, and he was talking about how he's going to play video games all day.
Playing some video games?
And I'm like thinking, okay, he's going to be like a zombie in front of the and I
Tomb Raider
stupidly
2013.
happy. I'm like, oh, this will be for you, dedicated for you for tomorrow. Stupidly happy. He's sitting there in front of the TV, stupidly happy, playing video games.
Okay.
Some of us have to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
I don't.
right here.
Me.
I do.
Now, where can people
We play
find
video
Psycho
games, too.
Sister online? And do you guys have merch for sale that people can buy?
You know
from
what?
you?
We have dog tags.
Yes,
and
I see that. They're awesome.
beautiful dog tags made by Jason Moit from Emperors and Elephants did those for us.
Yeah.
Emperors and Elephants, the
Yeah.
band that just played Brower House this past week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Awesome band.
That's awesome.
They're great.
How'd you get him to make your dog tags?
He does have a side.
He does
Really
that.
good friend of ours.
Yeah,
Trevor,
he's
Trevor friend.
he's an
Nice.
artist, you know. And speaking of Jason, his girlfriend Matilda makes cool jewelry.
From ADD.
13 links.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thing's pretty sweet.
See, I wore all of this stuff to kind of promote some of my friends that are like artists that try to sell their work. My friend Rock Chick made this.
It's got the, I saw it has a little skeleton guy
Has
on
a
there.
little skeleton
Perfect.
because she knows I have a thing
Yeah.
for skeletons. And Rock Chick also made my hat that I wore here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. I hope I didn't lose it. And she does photography too. Rock Chick, Click Chick
Also
photography. She's done a lot of great work for us. And I also have some pieces by Venus Lane and Violet Lazar. So I think it's cool when we have artists in our community. Try to support them. You know,
Well,
they're
John-
trying
Yeah,
to make
definitely.
some.
The promo shots and picture on the album.
Oh,
John.
yeah, my friend John actually he found me on Facebook. I went to high school with him, and he's done some phenomenal stuff. But as far as merch, I've got T-shirts that I'm going to be ordering through 69 Chosen. Are going to be sponsoring us with the T-shirts, and you do the Scorpio drumsticks, right?
Yeah. Scorpion percussion.
Or Scorpion,
Sticks,
yeah. Scorpio.
I'm endorsed by that
Yeah.
by him.
Nice.
Right.
That's sweet.
And we have the CDs, and we have, like I said, we have some of the dog tags now, the CDs, and
Magnets?
magnets,
Magnets,
stickers,
stickers.
yeah.
From the magnet
Yeah.
maker.
Now, can
So
you-
we're kind of working our way towards having more merchandise at the shows.
now you can buy this stuff online too, or is it only at your shows?
Only at the shows right now.
We do have a website, but
we do have a
to
website,
set
but-
up
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that set up yet.
to purchase through the website.
What's the website?
Oh,
PsychoSisterBand.com.
There you go.
talk to them. I'm not technical.
We have a Reverb Nation page, and we also are on Facebook as well.
Yeah. Well, our music is available. You asked the question. We are.
Yeah,
we
iTunes,
are,
Amazon.
on a label DSN Music, and they
KDKT?
distribute our music actually globally. We have our music up in the United Kingdom, Asia, Germany, Europe,
Japan.
Japan.
How's the response over there?
We've gotten downloads from all over. They had us do a radio show. They actually are affiliated with Fox Sports somehow, and they had me do an interview, and it's based out of North Dakota, I think. And after the interview, we got a slew of downloads that came from North Dakota. So we've gotten Florida, we've gotten all over the place, And it's kind of funny sometimes how all of a sudden somebody will pop up liking the band page, and they're from California or Mexico or something, and it's yeah. So they rotate our music regularly too. And now the background of DSN Music is, I don't know if you guys remember what was the radio station?
It's all right.
Z-Rock.
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 And
Mad Max Hammer.
because I've got KDKT stuck in my head. Mad Max Hammer, they did a metal show. They were, I don't know if you remember Z-Rock, but
What channel would that have been on?
It was like a
Channel 32, maybe.
No.
Oh, like on TV or was it on?
No,
it
just
was,
kidding.
It was an FM radio station.
I think it was 95.5 or
something like
Yeah.
that.
Z-Rock does sound familiar.
Yeah.
It was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say 90, what was it, from 92 to 82 or
something like that. Yeah. But they actually were like nominated for a Billboard Award. I mean, they were pretty strong presence back then, and the guys that were on the DJs from that formed DSN Music, and KDKT Rock Radio is like an internet station, and they rotate our songs every day. So
That's pretty sweet.
you know, it is. You know, it's and they're based out of Arizona. So, I mean, iTunes, Amazon are usually what we tell people where they can get our stuff online. And, but I've lost track of like where they have us up because they've got like, I think 1,100 sites that they do it on.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
It's cool being distributed overseas and stuff. I know when we look, there's sometimes we have listeners like, what? That's a place in the world? I can't even pronounce that.
Iceland, someplace in Iceland.
But yeah, a lot of European stuff. That's a band we have on the first show in January, because they release their album every year. The first of the January 1st is a new album, Mechana.
That is Mechana.
And every year he's like, the sales in America, I get some, but huge pre-orders overseas in Europe and stuff.
It's always better overseas.
So that's pretty sweet.
They're hungry
that
for
it's-
music out
they
there
are.
overseas.
That's pretty sweet that's distributed out there.
Yeah,
So it's-
yeah. So it's and they've been really good to us. I mean, they're very supportive, and they're like I said, they do everything in their power to promote us, and it's just really been a good affiliation.
Yeah, they were behind the tour.
Yeah.
With Subsonic.
Yeah, in fact, interesting thing about the name of our tour was called Terror Tour, and the guy that's like, I think the CEO or whatever, Glenn's title, his wife and him, because they're from Arizona, and like Alice Cooper's from that area, and
They golf with him?
well, he did meet him on the golf course before, but there's a woman they know that used to be one of Alice Cooper's. I don't know if she was a tour manager
Friends?
or something on his staff, and she actually named our tour for us. She said you should call it the Terror Tour. So it was kind of cool that this woman that had worked with Alice Cooper named our tour.
It's all coming full circle.
It's like so close to fame, no?
Now, anything crazy happened on the tour when you guys were traveling between cities? Or were you guys on tour with anyone else, or you guys were just going and it
Well,
was just
we
you
were
guys?
sort of on tour with Subsonic, but did they do? Yeah, because they came to Chicago. Well, I don't know.
Pittsburgh.
I'd like to say that we were ripping up hotel rooms and that, but quite honestly,
Well-
you're on the road for hours, and then you got to get on stage, and then you're like, hey, you just like drop into bed, because you got to get up early to go make it to the next town. That's 8, and get ready for the show there. So there's not like a whole lot of time in between to get crazy, because you're
Well-
like driving, playing, sleep, driving, playing, sleep. It's like.
Well,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, after the show, there were so many people on the street.
Yeah, that was
I
crazy.
mean, I've never seen so many people
Yeah.
on a
It looked
street
like
at one
Rush
time.
Street.
I mean, it was just, I'm talking droves of
Yeah.
people.
What were they doing?
And-
Just
We're
out
going to see
partying.
Psycho Sister.
Right.
But the thing was, it was kind of scary because if a fight would have broken out at that time, it would have just been mass chaos.
Yeah.
And there was cops all over the place, and the one cop was like telling us, to basically get, to get out of there,
Yeah.
So
I guess
'cause
that
it was late at night, and it was
I
getting
guess
kind of
after
creepy.
a
And I
certain
was like,
time of night in that general area, because it's mostly college kids up until a certain point of night, and then after like 2 in the morning, they say it's best to try to like not stick around, because that's when people have
Crazy
gotten
stuff.
shot. It's just like
Yeah.
a certain element comes out. I guess after that time of night that you
What
don't want to
time
be
was
around.
it that you guys were getting out of there and the
Well,
streets were covered?
Probably
We were
midnight.
getting out of there.
Well,
No,
one
it
in the
was
morning?
more like 1 or
1 or 2
1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the streets were packed?
Yes.
They were packed.
Yes.
Yeah.
When was this? This is in the summer.
Yeah.
Okay. What was everyone doing? Just getting ham boned?
Yeah.
Going from bar to bar and just,
It's crazy. Pittsburgh has a real happening scene out there. But the thing is
Yeah.
about Pittsburgh, though, the streets are real narrow.
Yeah.
So it's hard. So when you're going down a side street to find a place to park,
It's like, whoa.
you feel like you're in a habit trail. You know what I mean? But
It was like that.
it's a cool city.
You think it's hard to find parking in Chicago?
Oh.
Try parking in Pittsburgh. It's crazy. Yeah.
And everything's like 25 miles an hour there.
Yeah.
But
And everything's like private parking all along the streets. It's like, because people live in all these apartments, it's like there's no parking because all the streets are lined. It's like residential. You have to have a permit, So we're like driving all over
So,
the
where do you
place.
park?
Right.
Right, yeah.
It's like, we're going to be late for the show.
and there's
We
like
can't
tow
find
trucks
parking.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Driving up and
Exactly.
down. But
Yes.
it is a cool city to visit, and also for bands to play.
If you can find parking.
I want to go back there.
If you can find
Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
Right,
If you can find
yeah.
parking.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, I think Bill's got a little something to inform us on.
And now for a random moment with that guy Bill.
Don't understand what you said, but I'm gonna sit down.
Only on the Metal Experience.
I am punching your gun!
What's up, guys?
Hey.
I got Pokemon on the brain, so I got a Pokemon fact for you.
Oh my goodness! Give me this poke. Hit me up with it. What is it?
So, there are actually 2 celebrity Pokemon in the game.
Celebrity.
Celebrity Pokemon.
All right.
All right.
Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. Pictures up on the side.
Jackie Chan.
And Bruce Lee.
Look at that.
Duh.
That's cool.
Well, thanks, Bill.
No problem. I also got my 7th badge.
Congratulations.
I don't know what that means.
Now you're
so
going
I'm
to
going
go
sit down.
to the league.
No, I need one more.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's always 8.
Pokemon talk.
Your knowledge is slipping.
It's been a while, all right.
You guys are
Then
goofy.
you need to start playing
I know
Pokemon
my
again.
I know my way.
Jackie Chan,
For a
Bruce
couple,
Lee.
2,
Can you
3
be those
rounds.
guys?
You can own them.
Well, you just have them.
Yeah.
Hey, they're there hanging out.
Well, you use them to fight.
Oh, okay.
Did
That
they
makes
ever
sense.
make evolutions of those?
No, they made a pre-evolution form. Depending on the stats, it can turn into one of those 2 or Hitmontop.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Cool talk.
Well,
Thanks,
Bill.
I'm an adult, I swear.
Well, Dave, let's do the band pick of the week. We're flying through time. We got some more tracks to play, so let's rock this one really quick. Dave?
I can't find a little thing for it, so I'm gonna have to look for it again.
Well, then, why don't we do another Psycho Sister song?
Yeah, it won't take me a few seconds. Sorry.
Well,
Talk
then,
amongst yourselves.
why don't we do the pick of the week song then?
I'm grabbing that.
Oh, Dave.
Now it's time for
We'll let it slide because it's his birthday.
Only on the Metal Experience.
And also his
Usually
3-year
we crack the
anniversary
whip
on the
on him.
show. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, Dave, did you know that's your 3-year anniversary?
I figured, yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
3
It's been a
years.
while.
3 years, Dave. How's it feel? Didn't think you'd
Uh,
stick around on a metal show for that long, huh?
And all for wearing my jacket.
All for wearing your jacket.
Yeah, when I was in broadcasting school, the former sound guy Tony was like, "Hey, who wants the intern for a metal show?" And I'm like,
Tony.
He's like, "You want to do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
He's like, you got a sweet leather jacket. Come on, you're coming with me.
Tony was the one that made all the old sweepers.
Yeah, you can hear him in this one.
Yeah, do that.
Now it's time
That's him.
for
Hey man, look what I found.
Both
Only on the
voices.
Metal Experience.
Yeah, when he first gave that to us, I was like, who's this black dude? You got to say that. He's like, that was me. I'm like, what?
Of course,
the voice that
he said it in his like
originally-
cigarette voice.
Hey
Yeah.
man, you know, do that one more time. One more time. That first voice.
Now it's
That's
time
him.
for
That's
Oh,
his.
he's got like the movie voice.
That's his
Only on the
actual
Metal
voice.
Experience.
Like that's how he actually talks. That wasn't like him doing a voice.
Yeah, that's
That's
him.
how deep his voice is. It sounds like he smokes like 3 packs of
Yeah.
Marlboro Reds a day. He doesn't. He doesn't smoke. He just
Nope.
got a super.
Yeah.
Creepy,
But yeah, he
deep
just
voice.
randomly gave me the internship. I came here, met these guys, met our former boss Josh, And then it became a permanent gig for a while. And now I'm here again.
Yay!
Yep.
And we love you for it. Thanks for putting up with all our shit. Well,
why I'm
anyway, this week we got from Taunton, Massachusetts, the band Recite the Raven with the song Of Form and Fatal Design. Let's do it.
Fatal design.
Well, I expect that type of language at Denny's, but not here. Well, that's too freaking bad. You hear me?
Because we're throwing it back to Morgan and Luco on the Metal Experience.
And we are back. This is the Metal Experience. I'm Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, that guy Bill, birthday boy Rabbi Dave.
3-year anniversary.
3-year anniversary
Rabbi
too.
Dave.
And Psycho Sister. And Luco's unsigned band pick of the week was
We just heard from Taunton, Massachusetts, the song of Form and Fatal Design, the band Recite the Raven.
And their new EP is getting released early next year, so that is the self-titled track off their self-titled EP that gets dropped next year.
Check them out.
And that song's free for download, by the way, on their Bandcamp.
It's free.
It's
Do they
free.
have a Facebook page?
They do. Facebook Recite the Raven
Awesome.
is their Facebook, Bandcamp,
Cool.
all that fun stuff.
Good job.
Their artwork is pretty awesome, too. I love purple. There's a lot of purple in it.
We love purple too. I love
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
So let me see this little sticker right here. What's this little guy over here? Who made the stickers and designs and everything?
The graphic designer sitting next to me.
That's the little
Where did you get the
Psycho
image of
Sister
this
girl.
this person?
Yeah, where'd you get the
Online
little...
somewhere. I think I Googled images. Weird
This
images
is
or
my
something
third grade photo.
like
There you go.
That's our story we're sticking with.
There you go.
That's right.
That's sweet.
With the little, where
Well,
they
what
polish up.
other gigs do you have coming up? I know that we touched. You can
And,
announce it again for
bullshit,
December
shiny
6th. And
celery.
is there
Right.
more?
Dave.
Well,
Master Ball.
Dave,
What's up?
your mic's on and you're talking about Master Balls.
Yeah, Pokemon.
Oh,
Pokemon's still
I won't
awesome. You know that,
pursue
right?
that one.
I know that.
Oh, Master
But please
Ball.
keep your balls off the air.
Yes, yeah, especially. the
I'd
master
rather
ones.
not. I'd rather keep them on the
Okay,
air.
Dave.
Happy birthday, you gosh dang weirdo.
Yep.
It's your birthday. You
We'll
can
let
do
it
whatever
slide
you want with
just
your
this
balls.
time. So I'm sorry. We got the December 6th show.
Yeah, and that's the last one for the year. We're going to take a hiatus over the winter months for obvious reasons with his shoulder injury, and we're writing.
Yeah.
We're going to do some more writing.
We'll be doing recording and
but-
writing and
Yeah, but we do work a lot
Lot of
with
jamming.
Gale Force Productions, Gail Peters of Gale Force Productions, and she's got a lot of good things in the works for 2015. And again, I mentioned Steven from Juggernaut Productions. He's got shows when we're ready. And so we're kind of just thinking right now, targeting spring to get back out again,
Now, are you guys planning another tour or just just shows?
we're thinking about it.
We thought about doing a tour next year, but again, it's going to be dependent on Scott, and how he's doing. We definitely, once we do get the CD released, we do definitely want to do some kind of a tour to support it. So,
Yeah, even if it's some kind of 3-day mini tour somewhere.
yeah.
I'd actually like to go back to Pittsburgh.
But they're mini streets
Yeah.
and there are no parking.
But
There's always Florida too.
There's Florida, yeah.
Florida
Oh,
would be
yeah.
awesome too.
Because
Jim Cripps.
Yeah.
James Cripps from Rock Gator Radio. Do you remember Rock Gator Radio? I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
No.
But he does a lot in Florida with booking and stuff. And so, yeah, Florida definitely. I have a guy out in Texas that I've talked to.
We could go out to Arizona. We could go out.
Yeah.
We kind of have connections pretty much all over the country now.
With us, it's kind of like,
We can, whenever
being
we're
able
ready,
to take
we can
vacation from
go,
work,
so.
to do it. So, yeah.
That's what's kind of cool about it.
So
Because
we're-
now we have a lot of connections. We can pretty much say, hey, we're ready.
Yeah.
And then we can go out and play, So.
Got to have the shows lined up. So, it takes a little planning and work, and, you want to be logical about how you do it. But,
We just don't want to let our bass player drive.
Uh-oh.
Because
Jerome Allen is crazy.
Jerome,
and
if
I
you're
hope he's
listening.
What did he do?
He's our wild card.
Well, he likes to tailgate extreme
From Chicago, right?
And he likes
That's how
to
we drive.
He likes to have the left wheel hang
Jerome
off
likes to live on
off
the
the white
edge.
line or the yellow line. I don't know, either one. And you're just sitting there going, dude, you're crossing the line.
Is that the worst? Because it's like you don't want to be like a backseat driver, but you're like, dude, my life is in your hands. Can you?
He'll have a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other. And meanwhile, he'll be talking to you while he's driving.
Like,
And
who's
I'm
got the
looking.
wheel?
I'm like looking at my hands, like, trying not to look at the road. 'Cause I'm like-
Oh my god, he scares the crap out of me every time we drive with him.
but he gets us there.
But he's a fantastic musician.
Oh yeah, I really wish he could have been here tonight. I think he has some students tonight. He also teaches guitar and bass, and he is just a very well-rounded musician. I mean, he's our bass player, but he can play guitar as good as any lead guitarist, and he's just very very creative, and he's a character on stage. He's just. He jumps all over the place and half naked.
Can't keep his clothes on.
And he wears this weird mask. It looks like
Yeah.
something from Africa.
Yeah. Yeah.
This weird, like, voodoo African mask.
I mean, I have to be careful on stage that I don't crash into him and collide
Or
with
there's a
him,
crack in the
because
head
he's
with
like,
his face.
it's like being on stage with a grasshopper. Which way is it going to jump next? It's like, okay, do it so I don't fall on my.
You never know what he's going to do, because we just did a Halloween show, and he like loosens up his pants, and so everybody can see what's down there, and it's kind of like, you're not wearing a thong on stage.
Well, he
then?
was posting pictures on Facebook of this thong that matched the mask, and he's like, should I? It's like.
This is my costume for the show.
And then Mike, from
But the whole time
Convoy-
Scott's like, no, I got to look at it the whole time behind the drum kit.
No, actually,
so
Mike,
all ages
Mike
show.
was saying that he's like, dude, I am not going to sit behind looking at your bare ass all night. It's like, okay.
What's the most embarrassing moment you guys have had on the stage?
We played a show.
it was quick with it. Oh, he knew exactly.
Yeah,
He thinks about it on a daily basis.
Oh, Tiger O'Styles?
Yeah, one of my amp
Oh,
blew
yeah.
up.
That was a Tiger O'Styles.
blew up.
Yeah, I mean, literally just would not, sound wouldn't. I saw sparks coming out of it.
You rocked it too hard.
So I had to borrow another guy's amp, and something I don't like to do. There's like this unwritten code between musicians. It's like you bring your own equipment,
Yeah.
Use your own
and you don't borrow stuff. But then I had to swallow my pride and, dude, can I borrow your amp?
Yeah.
The
But he was
amp
cool.
or the head?
Yeah, the head, yeah. So
Was that Death
we-
from the Left that we did that show with? I
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
Yeah, that was, you guys know them? Death from the Left?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Morgan's the one doing all the online internet stuffs. I'm the dick and fart joke guy, so
okay.
we did
show
a
up and get hammed.
We did this
Yeah,
other
they-
show.
They got
And
a good sound.
We brought our
Good
own
guys.
PA system, and this our band. The guy was screaming so loud that the PA it started smelling like
I
Band-Aids.
know, it was like
What?
burning out or something.
Inside the club.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're blowing out my PA system.
I'm trying to think of the most embarrassing moment on stage. I mean, I'm so flawless. I can't think
Well,
of it.
I remember one. Our old drummer. We were playing, and all of a
yeah.
sudden, in between songs, he looked at me like a deer in the headlights, like he didn't know what the next song was or how to start
He
it.
had one of those mental your
brain
brain
fart?
goes blank.
So I had to actually hum it to him. I'm like trying to,
We're on
it's like,
stage.
I'm trying to hum the song at the beginning to him, And so he's like, oh yeah, he catches it. So it's like, dude, really?
We're professional.
And then there was another time where he didn't have any backup drumsticks, and he was playing like a stick went flying out.
he had to ask
like,
somebody in the audience
he's
to
like,
give
oh,
it back.
excuse me, can you get that drumstick for me?
It's like, dude, you only have one set of sticks.
I have never seen that. That's awesome, though.
Could you imagine
Was he
if
playing with his
Slayer
hand?
did
Like,
that? Can you get that back? I need that to finish the set.
I don't
Like,
know
what?
to do. We were just looking at each other.
what
like,
if he
"Oh,
broke his stick or something?
Hello.
Your hands
we'd
work,
probably-
I guess.
We would
Bongo.
be screwed. I don't know.
Can I borrow one drumstick from someone out there?
That happened at Beaverfest.
At what?
Beaverfest?
Beeman Fest.
Beeman Fest. You guys played Beeman Fest
Yeah.
too?
2
Yeah.
years ago.
2
Yeah.
years ago.
The drummer from Speed Freak.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
We know those guys.
They
What
practice,
did he
like,
do?
His
Oh,
roadie
one
coming
song.
over. Do you got any sticks? He's got like one pair left. or
Poor
something like
Greg.
Was he just cracking them all through
Yeah,
the set?
yeah.
Yeah. That guy is heavy
that.
hitter.
Dude, I'll pay you for it. No, here's it.
Speaking of which, there's a funny picture that Greg posted today of Balo at work, and he fell asleep standing up. He was so hungover.
Oh no, that was
Steve.
Steve.
You know, he just walked in the room and he's standing there sleeping. And like, what the fuck are you
I
doing?
did see that.
Steve?
That's pretty good.
I laughed so hard at work.
We're
Well, let's
steaming
play.
up the place.
Let's play another Psycho.
How many more songs do we have
song.
left on the CD? Dave?
5.
6.
6.
We've only played 4 songs.
Yes.
Let's do a twofer. What are the next 2 songs you guys want to play?
Do Dreams of Fortune.
I think those are the next two.
No, the next 2 are Sorrow and Punchbox.
They can play whatever they want.
Oh, okay.
They asked what the.
Do Sorrow and Dreams of Fortune.
Okay.
Those are kind of more of our rock. This is not as metal.
It's all good.
We're trying to run the borderline, I guess.
Let's do it.
There's a man and he's lost his way and he walks the road alone.
What's up, guys? I'm Anthony.
I'm Cody.
I'm Tom. And we're from Orinoco. Thanks for listening
to the Metal Experience.
Can I get you to do that again, but just like, better?
To the Metal Experience!
That was great.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Love it.
That's it.
Love it.
And we're back. This is the Metal Experience, and we are winding down the show in just
You
a few
didn't
minutes
woo.
here. Woo! Woo!
She had to woo because she brought it back.
Is that the thing?
That is the
I
thing.
don't know.
Do I always woo when we
You
come back?
always woo.
You do
when
always woo. I don't know if
It's
I
always
noticed that until
woo,
now.
and we're back.
I don't know. That's just how I talk. I woo. I'm like Ric Flair all day. Hey, how's it going? Woo!
Well, now it's a thing.
All
It
right.
has to be done.
Well,
I
thank
can't
you,
see
that
you.
guy Bill and Rabbi Dave, and we're here with Psycho Sister, and we just heard a couple more tracks off their CD. And what were those tracks called?
Sorrow and Dreams of Fortune.
And what CD was that off of again?
Shiver.
I knew it. Shiver.
What we're doing right now.
Yeah, it's a little
Shivering.
cold.
We're shivering.
It's getting pretty hot and steamy in there with you guys. I don't know.
I'm freezing.
On my side,
Billy.
You're a
Has
strange
no one ever
guy.
seen Cable Guy? No.
No, I
Yeah.
know what that is.
Good.
What were those tracks about, Dawn?
Oh, well. Dreams of Fortune actually is Scott's song that he brought to the band. So you would have to ask him what
Scott.
that song
That was
is
something
about.
that was written like 83.
Jeez.
I was in a band at that time called Ironhawk. We put out an EP. This had to be like 83.
It was
I
an
guess-
8-track, right?
What's that?
It was an 8-track, right?
No.
Stop, man.
It was vinyl.
Says the youngster over there.
Yeah. And it was pretty much of what it's Dreams of Fortune. I mean, everybody thinks about it. That was much younger then, and everybody thinks about possibility of making it big. The lights and just being on stage and the whole band music thing. So pretty much-
The whole experience.
the
exactly.
fame and fortune, the rock star lifestyle.
Yeah,
Right.
there you go.
No problem.
Sorrow is a song that Jerome actually brought to the band, and I put the lyrics to it. And it was kind of weird because, the lyrics just kind of fell into place, and I don't even know what made me think of the lyrics. But I guess it's kind of based upon, people that are kind of like outcasted in society and, just that so many people walk around with a feeling of inner sorrow because they don't fit in, So it's kind of like that whole mentality.
This is
Guys.
getting deep.
Well, with that being said, Dave, I think you know what time it is.
Time for Morgan's like 101
Yeah.
sweepers.
Sorrow.
I see what you did there. It's because she sucks at her job.
What? Thanks,
Dave is taking all the shots he can because he knows he can get away with it
It's his
this week.
birthday.
Yep.
I
You're
had a
funny.
Bad
guy.
day where.
But I noticed there's no cake for you.
We bought him.
Yeah, I know.
we brought
Gave him
you
a
birthday
gift.
gifts.
Well, they gave me the gift. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I got you a signed copy
I don't
of
have time to bake.
Armored Assault CD.
You could easily have gone to Jewel. I don't care. I don't know the difference.
Oh my God!
He
Now he
wanted
expects
a
me to
cake.
go to Jewel.
But
Dave,
I got
Your
the sweet
birthday is on
signed
Thanksgiving.
Armored
You'll
Assault.
have a lot of things to eat on Thanksgiving.
See?
That is true.
No cake.
Oh crap! There's a card in my purse for you. I forgot to give you that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
we're on
Yeah,
that
I
sweeper.
conveniently
They
threw
were
it.
thinking of you.
I think I pulled the scab
Hey, what's up? I'm Rob Salem, host of The Forge, the home of the best underground rock and metal the Midwest and beyond has to offer. The Forge airs weekdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central, and streams free from RadioFreeKokomo.org. Make sure that your speakers are cranked to 11 when you tune in because you're going to hear all the killer, neck-wrecking, ear-shattering, face-melting, local and regional rock and metal that I can find. And you're only going to hear it on The Forge at RadioFreeKokomo.org.
Hey, this is the Kushner, and I'm gonna slam these two beers
while Morgan gives you the local roundup, brought to you by the Chicago Metal Alliance. So sit down, shut up, and make sure you check out the metalexperience.com. We love you, Morgan.
The local roundup with Morgan on the Metal Experience.
What the hell just happened?
She just looked at the mic and it like attacked her. Dave's like, it's my birthday, I summon you, Mike.
The mic's just like, no more. I can't take it anymore.
Listen to me.
It attacked her.
All right, well, here we go. False Hope Fades, they were on with us last week. They're
Get
in need
it,
of a
Mike,
bass player,
listen.
so check them out. Heatstorm Annihilation, they've been on before. They're in need of a bass player still. So
how?
I don't know, but you better hurry because they're going to be going on tour with Master in April again. So
In Europe, most likely.
No, nationwide.
Oh, nationwide.
Nationwide. So if you want a tour, hit up Heatstorm Annihilation. All the Way Alive needs a bass player and a drummer. Return to Flesh is looking for a vocalist, and then Violet Kill needs a vocalist, female vocalist to do high and low growls and screams. So if you're interested, hit them up.
They have
Hemi,
clean singing too?
No,
Oh.
just screaming vocals. Hemi from Chicago, they released their CD last
Hemi?
week off Undivided Intentions. That's the new CD. They have a single, Nevermore, which you can check out on Facebook.
Are they coming on soon?
They are coming on January 20th.
There you go.
Count to
Again.
Four. They're a pop post-punk band from Barrington, New Jersey / Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They're currently taking submissions for a lead vocalist. Their vocalist, Mike, decided to leave to pursue grad school, which is a good thing, but sad to see him go. So you must be 18 and up, live within U.S. or Canada, prior performance in studio, vocal experience, open schedule, must be able to tour, and then you can submit via their email address, counttofournj@gmail. Shoot them a video of you singing. You can submit on YouTube or email directly the video, but check them out, Count to Four, looking for a vocalist.
And where are they from?
New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
You're looking
Mix.
for anywhere in the U.S. and Canada.
Anyone that's willing to take it seriously and work with them.
Drive to band practice every day from
A Brighter
Canada.
Light, the pop punk band from Columbia, South Carolina, need help filling a couple dates on their upcoming tour. They're looking for December 18th, either in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, or Ohio.
Whoa, what?
Shut up. And December 20th, either Ohio, Indiana, or Michigan. So if you can help them fill those dates, hit them up. And then also check out their newest release. It's available for free to download. The Worst Kind of Luck. It's available for free on their Bandcamp until December 12th. And then we have Visceral Disgorge. They're a death metal band from Baltimore, Maryland. They have a brand new Brutal shirt design and banner available for pre-sale off of their indie merch store account. So check that out. The band warns that they do sell out fast, so they're perfect for the holiday season. Blasphemy, the old school death metal band from Houston, Texas, have brand new shirt designs out. Sale courtesy of Iron Bonehead Records in Europe. The band also have a 7-inch vinyl available as well. You can head to their Facebook page for those updates. Sleep on It. They're a band from Chicago. They have an awesome pillowcase for sale that says Sleep on It.
Pillowcase.
You can still get it for 25% off with promo code Bill Murray for
There you
another
go.
month on their Big Cartel page. Also check out the band playing at Reggie's on December 17th. December 17th at Reggie's. They will be playing with Hope for the Day, Embracer, The Millennium, Jack B. Nimble, and Postscript. And it's free with an entry of canned goods. So it's all ages and at 6 p.m. that night. Convictions, they're a passion metal band from Fremont, Ohio.
Passion metal?
Passion. They're
That's a new one by me.
yeah.
Thought I've heard 'em all.
They have a brand new shirt design now available on their Big Cartel page for the design Aggressive Worship. They also have a song called Sharks up on their YouTube page you should check out. Beacons, the South Florida heavy band from Fort Myers, have brand new CDs in for Dead Thoughts. You can get a copy for $10 on Big Cartel. And then also our friend Doc Metal, Jarek from Doc Metal, has a brand new shirt design up for sale, which you can buy for $16, and that does include shipping. It's on MidwestMerch.com. It's a Viking head logo. It's really awesome, and you can help support the local scene by buying that. Goliath, the death hardcore band from Los Angeles, California, have a brand new single out called Inside My Head, featuring Johnny Plagues of Winds of Plagues. It's on YouTube, and you can also check out Southern California Aggression, their covers EP, Modern Idols, on their Mediafire account. Oceans Over Earth, they're a band from Grand Rapids, Michigan, have a new lyric music video out for their single Infinity's Edge. You can check that out on YouTube, and their EP Transgressions is also now available on Bandcamp. It was released November 1st. And Extirpate.
How do you spell it?
EXTIRPATE.
I got
Yeah.
no idea.
They're a death metal band from Lincoln, California. They have a teaser trailer out for their new music that they are recording. You can head to their Bandcamp and Facebook for more info. Claymore, they're a hard rock metal band from Cranberry, Pennsylvania. They have released their cover of Kill 'Em All, which they do covers called Clay 'Em All off their EP. They do Hit the Lights for Horsemen. They also do Seek and Destroy and Jump in the Fire. You can download music for free off their Bandcamp and their official website, claymore.com. As I announced earlier, we are DJing The Exit this Sunday.
This Sunday?
This coming
What's
Sunday.
the date?
The 30th.
All right.
The last day
Make
of
sure
the
she
month.
knows.
And we are going to be playing unsigned, signed bands, whatever we feel like, from 10:30 up until 1:30, 2 o'clock. You know, it's awesome. There's going to be a lot of people there, so we'll be giving out free stuff, playing our
Alright,
favorite songs. Yeah, my throat hurts. And then hanging out. So definitely come check us out. And then also check out Corey Rocks Your World Sunday nights from 8 to 11. Kimmy and the Metal Deli Monday nights. And then throughout different channels throughout the week, she gets rebroadcasted on different radio stations. And then Alliance Printing, the official Metal Experience printer for stickers, flyers, banners. They're awesome. They're
Bob
based
the
out
Printer.
of Addison, so definitely check out Bob the Printer. Shows we're going to this week. Tomorrow we're going to be at Devin Townsend, Animals as Leaders and Monuments at the Metro.
I don't care about any of those bands except
That
for
whole
Devin
lineup
Townsend.
is awesome. Just watch. You're going to love them. Devin
Alright.
Townsend's
Alright.
fucking awesome, though. I can't wait.
All right.
And then next week we'll be at, I'm going to sit through Trailer Park Boys.
We're going to see Trailer Park Boys. What day is that?
That's the 4th. And then we're seeing Every Time I Die.
Well,
And
all
that's
right
it.
then.
And then that's it for the year. I think. I don't
So
know.
far.
We'll look. We'll
Cut
look.
that music, Dave.
All right. Well,
Oh.
next week, Dave, how about you go into my folder and announce who's on next week? You do the honors.
Birthday boy. Whenever you're ready, Dave. Let me know.
I had to find it first.
Okay, well, you find that. One more
Um,
time where everybody can find Psycho Sister, your merch, your shows.
Everything that is Psycho Sister.
PsychosisterBand.com or Facebook. It's Psycho Sister Sick Mind Music.
Sick SIC.
Yeah.
SIC.
Right.
And the show again, December 6th.
Cairo in West Chicago. And Morgan reminded me that if you bring food or clothing for the food pantry or a toy, that you can get, what is it, like $2 off admission?
I think so.
I think.
something like that.
So, yeah.
Nice.
And so we're looking for, I'm hoping people can bring maybe used coats, warm clothing. I have a friend that works with a shelter down in Chicago, and socks, he says, are like gold to these people, just warm socks, any kind of warm clothing, that you can bring,
And canned goods.
and canned goods, and toys.
And toys.
Yeah. Well, toys for tots or whatever.
Kids' toys.
I know.
What did you think,
I'm
Luco?
so
Come on.
naive.
I don't know.
Get it out of the gutter.
I'm looking at him like, yeah, toys. Yeah, okay, is it?
Dave, did you find that date there?
Yeah,
What's
it's
going
December 2nd.
on? And who's on next week?
Man, I can't pronounce that.
Alithia?
Alithia? Alithia?
Mm-hmm.
That's them, yeah.
Alithia?
Alithia.
Well, all right.
Then
Well-
we got Miles from Exile, Armored Assault, Pterodactyl King.
And that's the rest of the year.
Yep. Well, no, then there's December 30th, either One Steel Wound or
It's Mortatorium.
Mortatorium then.
Mhm.
Okay, then. Never mind, because it says or.
Well, it
Just,
was.
I'm reading off your own.
I know. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Dave.
Well, all right. Thanks, Dave. Well, we got some more tunes we're gonna go out listening to. So what's another 2 songs you want to hear? Psycho Sister songs.
We've got time for one.
What happened?
Dream? What's left?
The Dream. Yeah.
The Dream.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming out. We really do
for having
appreciate
us.
it. We
Thanks for
can't
having
wait to
us.
hear the
Having
new
us.
album,
Yeah.
and you can come back when that's on, so we
Okay.
can
Cool.
hear
Definitely.
that.
And the CD release show. Let us know. We will be there.
Okay.
Just not on Tuesdays.
Right.
We'll be here. But
Good
what's
night.
the song again?
The Dream.
The Dream.
Dream. Psycho Sister. Let's do it.
There's a man you cannot see, and there's another chasing me. He moves so slow, he's close behind. Why can't I move these legs of mine? The night is dark, the cars are gone. The sister comes, pulls me on. It's just a dream, I feel my sweat. The dream is gone, but is it here? I move so slow, so paralyzed. Find the stairs, go down the slide. The night is dark, the lights are on. From red to green and for no one. But they can see that no one's there. The cars are gone, streets are bare. There's a man who cannot see, and there's another chasing me. I move so slow, close behind. Why can't I move these legs of mine? The night is dark, the cars are gone. A sister comes.